All right, hello and welcome to another session of Fit Essentials. We're coming at you from Grand Junction, Colorado today. Here's our disclaimer, and then we'll get rolling. You're about to engage in intense physical activity. Proceed with caution. Do not attempt to perform any movements or activity that exceed your current physical capabilities. Participants with injuries, high blood pressure, chronic health conditions, recent chest pain, or that have any other condition that may limit their ability to participate in this activity should consult their physician or healthcare provider before proceeding. All right, let's get rolling. Come to your feet. We'll start with our breathing. Hands in front of the chest, feet about hip width apart. We're gonna breathe in as we reach up to overhead. Nice deep breaths. Stretch long and exhale. Drop the arms down to the side. Good job. 3 cycles total, so 2 more. Breathe and reach, stretch up, lifting up out of your spine. Exhale, relax. Open up the chest, reach the hands back behind you. Fantastic. Once more, breathe and reach. Exhale, relax. Very good. Slight bend in those knees, arms heavy at the side. We're going into our gates of heaven next. Just swinging through the hips. Those arms just kind of slap against the body. Start to get that blood flow and lymph flow moving through your body. Welcome, Jean. Good. Coordinate the breathing. Fantastic. About another 10 seconds here. Good. Next, we're going to go one hand on the hip, rotate your body, reach out to the side. Hand on the hip, rotate and reach. Very good. Let's go about one more each way. Fantastic. Now we're going to circle the hips around. Good. 3 to 5 one way. And then when you're ready, we'll go ahead and reverse it. 3 to 5 to the other. Fantastic. Feet just a little bit wider. Arms out to the side, slight bend in the knees. We're going to move into our windmills, hinging at the hips, reaching towards the opposite. So long spine, driving your hips back, reaching towards your opposite leg. Fire those glutes as you stand tall. Very good. Let's get about one more each side. And walk it in. Next, we're going to go into our march. So standing up nice and tall through the core, opposite arm, opposite knee. We're working on a pause here to start. So focus on the hips, keeping them nice and level. Knee lifts, toe lifts. Fantastic. Not worrying about speed yet. More about activation through the core, through the hips. Fantastic. Let's go about 10 more seconds here. Good. From this pause march, we're going to move into our sway. So practicing some balance this morning. Arms to the side or slightly overhead. Shift your weight to one side, lifting up to the core. Trying to balance between 1 and 3 seconds. Push that big toe down. Find something to focus on. We're going to go a little bit longer on this one. So another 30 seconds. If you want a little bit more challenge, you can close the eyes. That will really throw off your equilibrium. Or just continue to focus on a spot straight ahead of you. Good. 10 seconds left. As you shift your weight to that one side, push your big toe down and continue to lift up through your core. Fantastic. Next, we're going to go either step jacks or jump jacks. Nice. So you can step or nice and light hops. 20 more seconds here. Get some good blood flow going, warming up the body. Very good. We're gonna take it back to our march. This time we'll go just a little bit faster, taking out that pause and punch across your body. So march and punch, upper body reaches across while you focus on keeping the lower body nice and square. Good. Fantastic. And one more time into that sway whenever you're ready. Lifting up, shifting your weight. Push that big toe down. Awesome. Good. Balancing again on that one foot. Supporting through the hips and core. Fantastic. Another 20 seconds here. Try not to lean to the side. Keep yourself upright. Just shift your weight. So your torso shouldn't change a whole lot as far as like you don't want to drop to the side. Staying tall. That looks better, Sharon. Good. Let's get about one more each way. Well done. And then one more time through step jacks or jump jacks. Let's open the chest this time. So we'll do what we call them our seal jacks. So you can still hop or step. Opening the chest, shoulder blades back and down. Fantastic. Good, 10 more seconds. Two, one, and rest. If you have a water nearby, go ahead and grab a drink. Okay, moving into a little bit of stretching. We're gonna start with our Jefferson curl. So you're gonna walk your feet in so they're just underneath the hips, toes are pointing straight ahead. Palms on the thighs, chin towards your chest, strong in your core, and starting to slide the hands down the legs, reaching towards the toes. When you get to your bottom position, breathe into the back of your rib cage, and then whenever you're ready, start to tuck your hips under, make your way back to the top. Fantastic. Shoulder blades roll back. We're gonna do that once more. Chin towards the chest, rounding forward, just saying hello to the different parts of your spine. Reaching down for the toes. Make sure you don't lock those knees. So a little bend in the knees. And then push through the heels, push through your feet, make your way back to the top. And then just know if you can touch your toes, touch your ankles, then you can do all the way down to the floor with the deadlifts. If it's tough for you to get past the mid shin, then we may want to go more about knee height when we're working on our deadlifts here. All right. So let's go inner thigh stretch, wide base. If you want to hold on to something for balance, you can grab a chair or a countertop. And we're going to keep both heels planted as we lunge towards the side, looking to open that inner thigh. Hinge one way, back to center, and the other way. Very nice. Fantastic. Just taking your time, chest nice and tall. As you can see, we reach our arms out here. It's like a counterbalance. Once more each way. Very good. Walk those feet in. Either take a seat on the floor or in a chair. We're gonna do a little bit of some twisting here to wake up the spine a bit more. So sitting tall, hand on the opposite thigh. And you can use, if you have a little hand rest here, to kind of push yourself around. Or if you're seated, kind of just pull yourself around on the thighs. Peering over that shoulder. Let's take some nice deep breaths. And switch when you're ready. Again, sitting tall, rotate towards the other side. Once you get on the other side, take about 3 deep breaths and then we'll relax. Very good. Back to center. Glute stretch next. So pull the knee towards the same side shoulder and then taking it across the body, saying hello to that glute a little bit here. Kind of move the knee up and down a little bit. And you can also use that grounded leg, kind of hook your foot on the outside knee, and then you can use that leg to pull that leg around and get a little bit deeper into that stretch. And relax and switch sides. Same thing other way. Pull the knee towards the same side shoulder, then bring it across the body. You can see here, I gotta hook that foot, bring it across. Good. So Sharon, we're not figure four yet. Pull the knee a little bit higher on your body. Yep, there you go. We're gonna do that in one other one next. And relax there. Back to your first leg. Now we'll move into figure four, where you're gonna work the opposite foot up the thigh a little bit. Sitting tall if you're seated, and then just kind of lean forward. Now we're going a little bit deeper into the hip. Breathe here. And just a friendly reminder, don't force your stretches, just encourage your body into the positions. Good, relax and switch sides. Looking that foot up. Sit tall, bow forward. And we'll hold about 20 seconds here. Very good. All right, a couple stretches for the upper body, and then we'll move into our first circuit. We're gonna go eagle arms first. So let's take your left arm under, right arm over, look to interlace the hands. We're gonna push one hand down, other one up. We're looking to get the outer shoulder on the right side. Breathe, feel free to relax those eyes closed. Give yourself a break from staring at screens. Focus on the breathing. Very good, and switch. This time, left arm on top, right arm sweeps under. Push down, push up. Say hello to the outside of that left shoulder. I like that new setup, Diane. So much easier to see you. Very good. All right, shake it out. Go ahead and shake your arms back and forth. Make sure you're not going to hit anything. Alternate which arm's on top. Very good. And then either standing or seated, we're going to go our tricep side bend. So feet about hip width apart. Reach one arm straight up, chin in, chest tall. Bend the elbow as able. Grab. And now we're going to bend to the side 3 to 5 times. Breathe in to lengthen, and then exhale as you sink in. Good, about one more. Fantastic, shake it out. Let's go nice big sweeping circles. Fantastic, good, couple more. Wonderful, and then that opposite arm. Stand nice and tall, elongate, bend the elbow, reach up, grab that elbow, and bending to the side. Breathe in, and exhale. Breathe in. Couple more. Last one. Very good. All right. So we're going to be starting with a sumo deadlift. You can hold one weight. You have like a dumbbell, you can hold it vertically with 2 hands. You're going to be hinging at the hips, standing straight up, okay? Or you can hold 2 weights. You want to hold one in each hand. The sumo means wide base stance. Okay, so I got my feet outside my hips. I'm sending the hips back, long spine, either taking it to the ground or right about mid-shin, keeping that weight close to your center of gravity. So using your upper body to not let it swing away, all right? We'll have 45 seconds of the sumo deadlift, and then we're gonna have a 15-second transition, and then we're gonna be doing a curl to the shoulders into a press to overhead. Elbow comes forward on the down, open, curling in, keeping the elbow close, pushing to overhead. And as I push to overhead, I'm rotating my palm to face away. So I go like this as I push up, okay? So we'll go 45 seconds on one arm, 15 seconds transition, 45 seconds on the other. I'll take you through 3 sets total. If you don't feel quite ready for all 45 seconds, just listen to your body and adjust as needed. All right, tall chest. Let me know if there's any questions. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and get started. Going in 5 seconds. Sumo deadlifts first. I'm going to show holding 2 weights to start. Wide base stance, long in the spine. Whenever you're ready, I send the hips back. Also pushing the knees out. Fire those glutes as you stand. Very good. Hinging forward. Standing tall. Very good. Over and up. Head neutral, so looking towards the ground as you bow forward, looking straight ahead at the top. Fantastic. That's 30 seconds. If you want a little bit more rest, just work on a shorter interval. Good. Got 1 more. And 2, 1. Rest and rotate. Moving into the upper body next. You could also use a band where you like stand on the band, bend it, and push it up. We're going to be demoing with dumbbells though. You can do this standing. I'm going to go ahead and sit for this one just for the camera angle. 2, 1. Here we go. Curl to the shoulder. Push to overhead. Elbow forward as you lower. Open the elbow all the way in and press. Nice. Yep. Just find your rhythm here. Focusing on that full range of motion. Good breathing. That's 30 seconds. Very good. And 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. Fantastic. All right, same thing other side. 2, 1. Here we go. Curl it in, push it up. In the bottom, make sure you extend the elbow open. And as you curl, keep the elbow in close. Nice. Very good. Good overhead position, Kelly. Fantastic. 20 seconds left. And typically we're really focused on shoulder blades back and down. The exception is this overhead press. When you push overhead, try to elevate that shoulder girdle as well. So let that shoulder blade come up towards the ear and then relaxing it down on the bottom. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. We're gonna take 20 seconds and then we're back to those sumo deadlifts. If you want a little bit more rest, give it to yourself. I'm gonna go to single weight this time. If you're holding one dumbbell, you can put it on its side and just kind of hold it vertical. Place the feet, long spine, and whenever you're ready, set 2 of 3. Fire the glutes. Hinging over. Good. Keeping it close to your body. Fantastic. Good, Sharon. Good. Hinging down. Fire the legs. That's 30 seconds. As you stand tall, shoulder blades back and down. Stacking those shoulders right over the hips. 2, 1, and transition. Very good. Making our way back to the left arm on the curl and press. Standing tall or sitting. 2, 1, here we go. Curl to the shoulder, push to overhead. Keep it in close, good protection on the shoulder. Elbow forward, and then open through the elbow. Fantastic. Nice, Jean. As you push overhead, think about bringing that weight almost like to the center of your head over top. There you go, great. Looks good, Kelly. Ten seconds left. Elbow forward, all the way down. And 3, 2, 1. We'll go 10 seconds in between arms. I think I see Hunter there hanging out with Kelly. And 2, 1, whenever you're ready. Curl it in, push it high. Elbow forward. Nice, smooth breathing. Very good. And as you're pressing overhead, watch the ribs. They don't flare out. That'll mean that we're usually tending to arch the back. So you want to keep your spine nice and neutral. You can see I'm just kind of using my non-working arm to feel the core working, keep those ribs engaged, keeping them down. That's 30 seconds. Elbow forward, all the way down. Good. And rest. 20 seconds till we start. Last round coming up. We'll be back to those sumo deadlifts. Then we'll take a little bit longer break. Good. 5 seconds. Walk those feet about hip width apart. Slight toe out. Send the hips back whenever you're ready. Over, down. Standing strong. Breathe. Good. Nice. Make sure you're pushing your knees out as well. Laura, maybe a little bit more knee bend. Driving the knees out, keeping the heels planted. That looks better. Good job. And Diane, you can have maybe just a little wider stance. Pardon me. 10 seconds. Good. And rest. Nice job. All right, last cycle of the curl and press. 2, 1, and here we go. Curl it in, push high. And the weight should feel kind of moderate here. You don't want to struggle too much with this upper body movement. Elbow forward, open through the shoulder. Nice work. Still firing the glutes, stabilizing the lower body. That's 30 seconds. Fantastic. 2, 1, and transition. Well done. Shaking it out. And here we go. In and up. Nice. Moving smooth, good. That full extension to overhead. There's our 30 seconds. Trying to feel those shoulders. Curl, press, down, and rest. Fantastic. Shake it out, grab a drink, and then we're gonna make our way to the wall, tree, or doorway to stretch out the upper body. All right, doorway, pec stretch, elbow about shoulder height, inside leg steps forward, lean into it, and then turn away. Breathe here, get a nice opening into the chest. Good, and go ahead and switch. Same thing other side. Turn away. Nice deep breaths. Good, and relax. We're gonna go lat stretch next. So you wanna find something to grab onto, chair, doorway, tree. I'm gonna grab on, and I'm gonna walk back, hang back, and opposite arm's gonna reach under the body. Like you're trying to reach underneath your opposite armpit. Hang on, leaning back. One more nice deep breath here. And let's come on up and switch sides. Grabbing on, walking yourself back, opposite arm sweeps under, peering under that shoulder. Good, one more deep breath. Breathe into where you feel the tension. And come on up and relax. Good job. Go ahead and find a seat. We're gonna do a little bit more spinal twist with our shoulder rotations. So you can keep the feet flat, hand on the opposite thigh, or you can cross that leg over, hand to the same side shoulder, and we're gonna circle the elbow back and down about 10 times. More. Very good. And then we'll switch when you're ready. Same thing, sitting tall, pivot around, 10 rotations. Very good. Go ahead and plant your feet on the ground. Spread the leg just a little bit, and then you're just gonna slide the hands down the shins, reaching for the floor. Just kind of stretch the back a little bit. Breathing in the back of the rib cage. You want to sink a little bit more, you can. And when you're ready, start to work your way back up. Fantastic. All right. So our next circuit, we've got a few moving pieces with one that we haven't really done before. It's going to be 30 seconds for each. You're going to have a dip or a push-up. So I want to just review the dip a little bit. If the dip doesn't feel good on your shoulders, replace it with a plank or the push-up. Otherwise, the dip is going to be supporting on the chair, knees bent to start, tall chest. You lower down as far as you're confident, not letting those shoulders come into your ears. So really tall chest, elbows in, and then push and lift through your chest. Okay, that's the dip. Or you can go the push-up with the elbows in, all right? You can also do like a dip support where you just kind of come and hold, like lifting up, and then sitting your hips down when you need a break. So you can lift up and then relax down. Basically, we're looking to get like a downward push and not always a horizontal push, as we do quite a bit, all right? From there, we're gonna go into what we call an elbowing row. So you can support on your bench, and we're gonna bring the elbow out to the side. So I'm gonna show you straight on. You can also support just opposite arm on the knee, holding a nice light weight, elbow comes out to the side at like a 90-degree angle. So typically we go elbow back and in. We're just gonna target a little bit different muscles. Elbow comes wide, up, and then down. That's our elbowing row. We'll go 30 seconds on one side, stand up, shake it out, 30 seconds on the other. And then our last piece, lateral step overs. Okay, or if you prefer to do a little hopping, you can rebound in place or rebound side to side. Okay, 30 seconds for each, 15 seconds in between. Questions on any of those movements? Good. All right. If there are no questions, we'll start in 15 seconds. Does warm up fast. Yeah, that's nice. 3, 2, 1. Shoulders back and down. Good control. Elbows in. Lifting strong. Good. And use the legs as well. If you're pretty advanced with this, you can extend the legs out, have straight legs that will put more weight on the upper body. And rest. Good job. Moving into that elbowing row next. I'm going to show the left arm straight on and then the right arm from the bench. 2, 1, and here we go. Elbow wide and reach forward. Good job. Just target some of the different muscles of the shoulder. There you go. Good, Jean. Nice, Sharon. Straight out and down. 2, 1, and go ahead and stand up in between. 15 seconds rest between arms. Nice work. All right, opposite arm. 2, 1, and here we go. Elbow wide, reach it forward. And say maybe your weights aren't light enough, doesn't feel quite right. It's okay, you can always just go back to that regular row with the elbow in. Just giving a little variety. But the elbowing row will typically be done with a little bit lighter weights than you could do with a regular torso row. And rest. Great job. Step overs or rebounding jumps next. If you want more than 30 seconds, you're always welcome to start early. 2, 1, and here we go. Either lightly hop or lateral steps. As you pick your knee up, pick your toes as well. Full foot comes up and over. Nice job. Woo, lost my balance a little bit. Almost there, doing great. And rest. Fantastic. All right, let's go 30 seconds rest here between sets. Grab some water. Let me know if there's any questions. "15 seconds. You want to go behind the back stretch, either back to the dips or back to your push-ups. You can always just hold a plank as well. 2, 1, whenever you're ready. Goes in, lifting the chest. Avoid any kind of shoulder shrug into the ear. And chest nice and tall, chin in, straight up. Good job. Good, Sharon, don't let yourself dip forward. So straight down, chin in, and rest. Good, that looks better. Nice job. Moving into our left arm row. Two, one, here we go. Elbows straight out, reaching forward. Once you understand what you're doing, hold your head neutral. So don't have your neck craned up, chin in. I'm just trying to watch as many of you as I can, so that's why my head's up, but that's not an ideal position for our neck. Good job, that looks great. Nice, Jean. Two, one, and shake it out. Nice work. Middle of round 2. Moving into that right arm. 2, 1, and here we go. Elbow up, reach it forward. And these are great not to do for speed so much as control. You can kind of pause when you pull it up and in, and then reach down. Good. When you're reaching forward, just slightly allow that shoulder blade to come forward, and then you're going to retract it back and in, pulling that shoulder blade towards your spine as your elbow drives out. And rest. Nice job. Lateral step overs or rebounding next. Standing tall, stacking those shoulders right over the hips. 2, 1, here we go. Fantastic. Well done. Halfway to the rebounds, you can hop in place, or you can lightly hop side to side. If you don't do a lot of hopping, just start with just straight up and down. Advance the lateral hops later. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. 30 seconds, and we'll start our final rotation of this circuit. Well done, everybody. All right, 5 seconds. Either your dips or push-ups or hold that plank. 2, 1, here we go. Those elbows in, lifting through the chest. Nice. Don't have any pain while you're doing it, just good control. Practicing that downward push, pushing down into the surface and rest. Good work. Left arm elbowing row. 2, 1, whenever you're ready. Elbow wide, reach it forward. Good, Kelly. Hi, Emily, good to see you. 10 seconds, everyone. 2, 1, and stand up in between arms. Doing great. All right, last time on the right arm. 2, 1, begin when you're ready. And just remember that non-working arm, make sure you're supporting by lifting up out of that shoulder. Elbow nice and wide. Pull that weight in towards the shoulder and chest. Good work. Halfway. Well done. Maybe about 1 more. 2, 1, and rest there. Good job. Just the step overs or the rebounds. We have just 1 more circuit after this. If you're up for it, then we'll call it a day. 2, 1, here we go. Steps. Or hopping. If it works for you to do a little bit of hop, it's a great movement to get our blood lymph flow going in our body. Keep our tissues healthy. But if it doesn't feel good on your body, don't worry about it. Just do what you can. And rest. Awesome. Walk it out, get some water. We'll talk about our last circuit and do a couple stretches. Ooh. All right, so in our last piece, we're gonna be doing either the reverse lunges or those giant steps, the partial lunge, whatever you're comfortable with. So we're gonna stretch out our quads a little bit to start. We're gonna do two different stretches. First, we're gonna start with the upper hip flexor, and then we'll move into that quad stretch if you can grab your foot. So let's start with your right foot forward, left foot back, left arm to the right shoulder, pull that elbow down and in, and then you're gonna hinge your hip forward, rotate towards that front leg. Fire that glute as you rotate. Either keep the arms to the shoulders or reach the arms to overhead and then add a side bend to it. Breathe and stretch. You still kind of feel it in that back leg a little bit. Front of the thigh, front of the hip, up into the abdomen. I feel it here. Good job. Once more. Fantastic. And then let's switch legs. So now we'll go your right foot back. Hand to the opposite shoulder, elbow down and in. Engage that glute on your right as you shift the hips forward and rotate towards your front leg. Good, either keep the hands on the shoulders or reaching to overhead. And now we'll side bend. Wonderful. One or two more. Very good. So you can either repeat that or if able, go ahead and grab your foot. Let's move a little bit deeper into that stretch. Open up through the quad. Nice. 10 more seconds here. If you need to rest sooner, do it. And relax. Very good. Before we switch sides, let's walk the feet out. Let's open those inner thighs once more. Call it our Cossack stretch. So feet planted, heels planted, and little side lunges here. Both heels are planted down, shifting to the side, opening up the inner thigh. Well done. I like it, Diane. Good job. Walking the feet in. And then whenever you're ready, making your way to the opposite foot. I did my right one last time, so now I'm on the left. If you were mirroring me, you were probably the opposite of that. Very good. And if it's tough for you to touch your heel to your glute, this is one to do a couple times a day. You want to keep those quads nice and long, or at least the best you can. Helps prevent knee pain. Sometimes even low back pain, because those hip flexors impact what goes on at the low back. Go ahead and relax out of that. Fantastic. All right. Let's talk about our last piece. It's going to be 40 seconds of work if you work the whole interval with 20 seconds in between sides. Like I said, we're going to be doing either the giant steps back or the reverse lunge. So however you do it, front heel is going to stay planted, and we're going to be alternating legs. So you'll step back, push that front heel, pull yourself forward. Step back, up and forward. You can begin to lower that knee down if you feel stable, but really important that that front shin stays vertical, and you don't have to go all the way, just as far as you're confident. Back and down, drive that front heel down to pull you up and forward, okay? So that'll be our first 40 seconds. Second 40 seconds, we'll be in a plank position. You can do it elevated here, elbows up and in, alternating sides. So it'd be our plank row, okay? You can also do it down on the ground. On the floor, you have the option to hold some weights. It could be on the knees or on the toes. You'd be holding weights if you have them that are stable, elbow high, okay? Or just row the arm, okay? Whatever makes the most sense for you. If you do have weights, make sure that they have a flat surface so that you're not having them roll out from underneath you. I'm going to take you through 5 sets of that. Don't feel like you have to do all 5. Okay, just see how you feel as you go. Any questions before we begin? All right. And if you're fairly advanced on the lunges, if you want to hold weight on some of the later rounds, I recommend going unweighted for the first round, let your body kind of wake up to it. And then we can always add from there. All right, if there are no questions, we're going to start here in 10 seconds. Set 1. 2, 1, and here we go. Giant steps or lunges. Hips stay square, front heel drives down. Chest nice and tall. Good. That's 30 seconds. 2, 1, and rotate. Very good. 20 seconds, lots of time here. And especially those of you that may not hold weights, when you're supporting on that one hand, wide handprint, activate the finger pads down. I'm going to show the first round elevated here. Feet a little bit wider to help hold everything stable. And whenever you're ready, elbow pulls high. Core engages. Pull your hand or your weight right up into your armpit area. Elbow as high as you can above the torso. Nice. And obviously we're using our core quite a bit here, holding that plank. So don't let that low back arch. If you need to rest before we get to the end of the interval, walk it up and shake it out. That's 30 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Very good, everybody. That's set 1. I'll take you through 4 more. Nice long breaks here, if 20 seconds considered long compared to some of our finisher pieces. All right, we're back to either our reverse lunge or giant step. Chest nice and tall, and begin when you're ready. Front heel stays planted, front shin stays vertical, chest tall. Good. I like to pretend I'm on the beach, digging that heel down into the sand, gripping the toes, trying to make a nice deep footprint with that front foot to help pull me up and forward. Well done. You can use the arms a little bit too if you need to kind of swing them forward to help your momentum up, but chest tall. 2, 1, and transition. Good job. 20 seconds. Moving well, everybody. Good. 10 seconds. Move back to that plank or renegade row. And come down to the knees for this one. Show some different variations. 2, 1, and when you're ready, elbows high. Hold that head neutral. It's kind of looking right between the hands. Hips as square as you can. Try to really pull that shoulder blade in towards the spine. Midline strong. Good, 10 seconds. 2, 1, and transition. That's the end of round 2. If you need a break, take a round off. I'll give you a 2-minute rest. We have 3 more sets that I'll be taking you through. All right, reverse steps or lunges. Tall chest. 2, 1. Here we go if you're with me. Thank you. Good job. Remember to keep the focus on that front foot. Shin vertical, chest tall, heel planted. Don't want to have any knee pain while you do this. If you are having any discomfort in the knee, change up the positions. Maybe don't go quite as deep into that lunge. Almost there. and rest. Very good, everybody. This is our halfway point through. We're 2.5 rounds in. Coming back to those plank or renegade rows. 10 seconds till we go. Also make sure when you're on these rows, the hand that's supported, keep a little give in that elbow, don't hyperextend. And when you're ready, elbow high, feet planted a little bit wider than you may normally do. Trying to have as little shift as possible between your hips and your shoulders. There's 20 seconds, our halfway point. There's 30. Good job. And there's the end of 3. Well done. Woo! All right, over halfway. Round 4 coming up next. 2, 1, and whenever you're ready. Taking yourself back to the beach, planting that foot in the sand, pulling yourself up and forward. I prefer to live in the mountains, but I never mind visiting the beach. There's 20 seconds. Good job. Taking your time here. Good control of the movements. Remember, as you pull that heel, grip those toes down as well. Pushing that big toe into the floor. That's going to activate the arch. Help everything move smooth. And rest. Nice job. Second half of set 4. And take it back to the elevated plank next. If you're on the floor, getting a little tired in your midline, you can always give yourself a break, elevate yourself up. Plant the feet, midline strong. Here we go. Dumbbell or a thumb towards your rib cage, pulling it up into the armpit, elbow nice and high. Good, nice, Laura. Very good, Diane. That's the way, Jean. Good, Kelly. 30 seconds done, 10 to go. And all done there. Awesome work. That's 4 done. If you want to call that for the day or join me for one more. Just showing up can definitely be the victory. All right, everybody, 3, 2, if you're with me, here's our last round. If you're doing that full lunge, make sure to just really lightly touch that knee. You don't want that knee to come down hard. The kneecap is sensitive. Driving that heel down, staying square. Fantastic. That's 30 seconds in. Gonna feel those glutes tomorrow. 2, 1, rest. Final transition. Finishing with the rows. Woo! And if you need a break from the row, hold that plank to the finish. All right, place your feet. 2, 1. Here it is. Chin in, head neutral, midline strong. Good, elbow nice and high. Pause against the torso. Good, 15 seconds to go. Almost there. And 2, 1, We are all done. Woo! Shake it out, grab some water, and then we'll do a little cool down stretch. Nice work. All right, we're gonna start by going back to the opening up the quads. And then we'll finish with the glutes. So either that stagger stance, if you can't quite get the foot, you can also lie on your side if you prefer to lay down to finish this out. Grab the foot, pull the heel to the glute. We're gonna hold 20 to 30 seconds here. Good job. Lightly driving the thigh back as you pull that heel in. Two, one, relax. Switch sides. Lift up the core. Make sure you're in a good position if you're balancing. Here we go. Nice. Yep, hold and smooth. Let's go another 10 seconds if you can. And rest. Very good. If you can join me on the floor, join me on the floor, or you can do it seated and mimic the best you can. All right. Gonna sit down, one leg extended, pull the foot across. You could do the glute stretch seated that we did earlier, or you're just gonna start by just kind of hugging that leg in, open up this glute here. We did a similar stretch on the chair earlier. Very good, and let's switch sides. Straighten that one out, cross the other one over, pull it in. Beautiful fall day here. Hope you all are getting some nice weather wherever you are as well. You get some time to spend some time outdoors today, take it. It's always good for your body and mind. Spend some time in nature, listen to the birds, and relax there. Good job. We're gonna go seated twist next. So you can cross that foot over again, sit tall, and just kind of pull yourself around gently, peering over that same side shoulder. Breathe. Continue to lengthen through the spine. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. And relax. Same thing, other side. Oh, spin around, hold it in. And relax. Good job. If it works for you, you can either do figure 4 seated or join me on your back. So set those shoulder blades back and down. We're going to bring your foot towards the opposite thigh and then lift it up and pull the legs in towards your chest. So I've got my right foot on my left thigh. You can just hold it here, or I can kind of bring the left leg into it a little bit, extending the leg straight up. Point the foot away from your face, pull the toes towards your face, and then you can bend the knee back down. This just helps get our big old nerve, the sciatic nerve that runs down the back of the leg, helps to keep it sliding past the musculature. And as you bend the knee down, continue to hug the leg in, saying hello to that outer hip. Got some really beautiful leaves over my head here, like a peach and a yellow and still some green as well. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. Same thing, other side. This will be our last one. We'll call it a day. Good job. Fantastic. If you're on your back, you can kind of just hug both legs in. If you want to rock yourself side to side gently, whatever feels good to your body. Don't take any rush to get up, but whenever you're ready, get up. Make sure you drink plenty of water today. Even with the temperature cooling down, still make sure you're taking time to keep yourself hydrated. Eat some vegetables, rest, pause, and keep your body and mind strong. Hope to see you next time.